said, okay, that's picking Kwame Brown.
Oh, yeah, no. That's not right. Hitting's not okay. You ready?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. All right, so overtime. Yes, sir. We do a little OT, 5-minute joint on. It basically is going to be an extended. Did you click it? That leads into overtime, and because I figured we only had 1 minute, and this story is going to take a couple more minutes to kind of get through. But anyways, the headline was. This is from the Huffington Post, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that makes any difference, but it's where it's from. NBA dancers reveal culture of brainwashing, unfair pay, and eating disorders. That was in their cultural and arts segment.
Did you click it and repeat that title again?
Okay, the title again from the Huffington Post: NBA dancers.
Yep.
Reveal culture of brainwashing.
Yeah, that part.
That's a heavy statement.
Yeah.
Unfair pay, another heavy statement. And eating disorders. And yes, the answer to your question, I did click it.
I'm not surprised about the second two things, but the first one I was.
The brainwashing?
Yeah, brainwashing. How did you? So what did we find out in this click it?
Okay, I did click it, and basically it kind of stems from one particular dancer. It centers around one in particular that was kind of. Were we talking about ringleaders before?
Yeah. So
he's the ringleader of this situation. Seemed to be a dancer named Lauren Harrington. She was a dancer for quite a long time. And
she related to Al Harrington?
I'm pretty sure it's not because the names are spelled differently. But she's had some startling revelations about her times as a dancer and what the NBA dancers. You've been to the like Level Bulls.
Right.
What are the Hawks dancers called?
A-Town dancers. Or
A-Town dancers. So everyone's got most teams, if not all teams, have their own little version of NBA dance.
Right.
That's what we're talking about. Okay, so this Harrington.
Girls and what have you.
Correct. Yes, absolutely. So this Harrington dancer, lady, was a dancer for the Milwaukee Bucks from 2013 to 2014. And she reveals her lifestyle with the team was basically like a child in timeout, as one way that she described it.
A child in timeout?
Yeah, she says, here's some of the examples of what she was talking about. She was not treated like an adult human being, I guess is what she's trying to say. When her coach thought she looked questionable weight-wise, Lauren said, she'd instructed dancers to put on spandex uniform in order to perform a jiggle test in front of them. She'd come up and grab underneath my butt and the side of my belly, Lauren said. Then 18, she was a young person. And remembered she'd be like, lose 5 pounds tomorrow and you'll be fine. So things like that type of culture. Now we were watching, we all know sex sells.
Sure.
In any language, in any country most countries. Because there's some that
any country, just some more consequences for doing that route.
Yeah, and maybe low key and under the table.
That's right.
Because even if you're not supposed to do it, the king and his sons are doing it or whatever. All right. So anyway, we know that. And so sex sells, and so we also know that, especially here in America, which is where the NBA dancers are, there's usually a culture of slimness. Slim works more than heavy. So the fact that they chide them for weight and weight loss and things like that, I mean, that's not surprising to me. The brainwashing, and that's not surprising either. I mean we're talking about
part of that is brainwashing. I guess, right?
That's what I'm getting ready to say. You know what I'm saying? Making you think less of yourself for whatever reason, whatever the method is.
Right.
And then low pay. Now she reported at one point that that between after covering costs of the required beauty routines like spray tans and manicures, she put a class action lawsuit in 2015 that the Bucks basically were paying the dancers basically $3 to $4 an hour.
I'm not surprised by that.
And so now with that said,
that was volunteer sometimes, I thought.
Sure. Now, with that said, the Bucks denied all allegations,
Mm-hmm.
but ended up settling for $250,000 that was split between 40 dancers.
Hmm.
So I mean, that's not life changing. Well, no, I guess it could be life changing.
That's a decent chunk of change.
Yeah, that's some loose change. So
How much you say it was?
$250,000 in lost wages.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Make sure the Bucks, a team that brought in $87 million in revenue that year, strongly denied the claims, but agreed to settle, paying a total cost of $250,000 in lost wages to roughly 40 dancers. So
Well,
part of why I wanted to bring that to the story was to
about 6,000 a dancer.
I mean, you'll take it, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
You know, you can get greedy and say, why isn't it 7,000 or 600,000 or whatever each dancer? But I guess you'll take it. But I guess, you know, it's I don't know, just kind of interesting.
Brainwashing. Did she go into that at all?
I didn't. I guess I'll go say I didn't read. Excuse me, anything where she was saying actually brainwashing. Let me see if I can get back.
But she was just talking about that whole culture.
Yeah, I think that's what. But let me make sure that I'm not saying. Yeah, no, I like where we're physically tying us up and giving us some kind of Chinese water torture or whatever.
Right.
But I just think the culture.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Or just thinking that you need to lose 5 pounds overnight. Now, how does one do that healthily?
You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, not healthily.
So, I mean, just to think that, put that in someone's mind. I mean, and you're 18, that's brainwashable. I mean, you know what I mean? You could describe it.
I mean, dancers get into that though, man. That's part of the dancer culture in some regards.
Again, doing it and getting into it, I think sometimes can be two different things. Now, sometimes I do things that I'm into, but sometimes I do things that I'm not into either. But you have to do them. So I don't know that I'd say that they're into wanting, because I mean, most human beings like to eat.
Sure.
To the excess that it's not going to be what the American culture thinks as beauty. You know what I mean? The average person is in the United States is not dancer material.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't say that they're into it. Maybe they're into it because they know that's the lifestyle.
That's what I'm saying. That's part of kind of the gig.
Oh yeah, no,
sometimes.
I'll buy that. But again, just like I say, what was that movie? Sherman and Peabody. Yeah, she was into it. Now that's different. Being into it is being into it.
Doing
what you got to do, that's a different thing.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah. All right, so that was it, man. Your thoughts? I mean, is anything other than you just
on that?
Yeah.
Nothing really, man.
Yeah,
it's just wild. It's part, like I said, I've heard similar dancer stories before. Professional ballerinas, all dancers, man. You hear that kind of crazy stuff.
Sure, like you said, I didn't know they were getting paid at all.
Yeah.
Let alone the $4.
Right. So but yeah, the brainwashing was trippy, but other than that.
All right, so that and that was her claim.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not been substantiated by anything other than her claim, and that the money thing that didn't have anything to brainwash. That was just wages.
You get right, yeah.
All right, so that's the show, man. 4 quarters.
4 quarters
plus an overtime. We'll catch you this time next week. Doc and NBA, Doc and GM.
NBA recap.
Right?
We out.
All right.